Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing more Call of Cthulhu. This is part 4 in the series, so we're getting through it. It's doing well. I'm really enjoying it more so now that we've got past part 1. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. Let's do this.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Okay, guys, so we are back now. If you remember, in the last episode, we kind of woke up. Sorry, we got crushed in a tunnel. We ended up in the asylum. And we've tried to escape the asylum, and we've ended up here. So this all looks pretty cool. Now, I do apologise for the different types of camera that you keep getting. The reason for the changes is I'm trying to figure out I have quite strange lighting in here. Plus I have 2 cameras, which is this one here. I want to try and get as much better quality images for you guys as possible using the lighting that I've got and the cameras that I've got. Now, I thought that initially the smaller shield overlay would work better, but from the comments I had on Twitch, the people like to see more of the room, and you know, I express with my hands, and you know, I go around, yeah, I'm doing a lot of this all the time. So I changed it back. And with the new HDMI input on the DLSR, you should get better quality. So we'll see how this goes. I do apologise, like I said, for the changing of the cameras and the things, but it's for the best of the channel. Anyway, let's go down and see what these guys have to say. No doubt they're gonna open up a world of hurt for us. Hang on, what's this?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Let's go down and see what the crack is then. This is a great room. Love it.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
No shit, Sherlock. I feel confused.
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Explanations, please, people? No? Look at her looking at me. Probably giving me the bug eye. Ain't she? Jane. Ain't she? Crazy bitch. Alright, let's see what he's got to say something. She's just giving me the look. That's brilliant.
How's
Come
that
in, mate.
fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Okay, what should we start with? Now, I say we start with... Oh, what is that? Oh, okay, I can't do that one yet. Let's try that one.
Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
She's all hands as well. She's like this, you know, same as me.
And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
What should we go for? He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what.
That's when that guy was like
Something was there.
being thrown around the room. That light was just like pow, 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 pow.
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins.
Got like ripped to pieces.
He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't
Hang on a
agree.
minute.
She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
I'm going to tell her the truth.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so I can talk to these again.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Okay, I'm up for that. Do this. So, my theory so far is basically she has partnered with someone, some sort of spiritualist occult, and they've maybe killed her for some reason not yet known. Maybe she got too close to something like that. I'm sure we'll find out.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders?
Your husband's
I'm a
dead.
private detective.
Bye.
We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
He looks perplexed.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely
shit.
what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
She fucking hates us.
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Those paintings.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Now, do we go like whole hog on her? Like, do we just tell her Like, he died screaming right before my eyes? Is that a thing? I mean... I don't know. What's... I mean, she looks like she's going to burst out crying. I don't know what to say. I was no longer there when it happened. We said we were not going to lie. Let's stick to our guns.
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain.
Fuck,
terror.
she's not
It's
happy,
hard to
look.
tell.
Did say. I did say.
Beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
What about dinner? I thought we was getting dinner.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Okay, so the Shambler's actually a painting. I do believe it's more than that, but let's just have a... I mean, I'm sure she won't mind us
Did
snooping
you
around.
really care for him after all?
Basically saying they're not going to agree to discharge the body. Damn.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Little reconstruction. Right. Okay, what are we looking for then? We've got that one. And get round to it.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Maybe.
A house of artists.
Where are the other clues? Oh, there we go.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
We still only have part of the story, don't we? So it's not...
A house of artists.
feel like we're still missing some clues here. I've just realised it's right in front of me. Ta-da!
He finally
The big
won.
painting.
Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
What the hell? Oh, fuck.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Is that so wise? Let's see if we can talk to her again. No. I just want to have a look and see if we got any upgrades, guys. 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on the elegance and investigation. Yes, validate.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
So is the painting still on this property? That's what I'm wondering. I'm assuming it is, considering that quite a large property. And they lock all the doors, which is weird. That's not it, is it? She hates us. Ah! We got the key to the gallery.
A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those.
What are they? Sleeping tablets?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
I beg of you to give up all hope of owning this cursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler. Alright.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got
Sorry,
a lot
she
of
likes
bad
us.
habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't
shit.
intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Maybe. The Malus Bastrium Volume 2. Yeah. Look at the tentacles. Those tentacles are the same as the guy. Tentacle Man. I can't think of. I don't know his name. Is it Shambler? Maybe. Not sure. Why she ain't looking? Let's get in there. We lock it? No. Is that it there? That's pretty intense. Actually, they're all pretty intense. Okay.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Mm-hmm.
Why was he so interested in old weapons? The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Here we have it. Alright. What do you reckon is going to happen? We're going to blow up. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That's rank. That's pretty rank.
What the hell was that?
That was the Shambler. Okay. Woohoo! Now the problem is, I don't want to sound like a little whiny bitch, but I actually, you see that? It's probably a little bit blurred. I sliced my finger off this morning. I was making some cucumber sandwiches, or I was making cucumber salad, and that's my sprint. That's my sprint key. That's my sprint. That's my sprint key. I can't sprint because I can't hold down the shift. Fucking first world problems. Try again.
What the hell was that?
Okay. Now, what is the actual objective here? Round and round we go! Why do I need to hide in the closet though? Right, I'm gonna hide in the closet, really? Too late, I think. What an ugly little troll. Okay, now what? What am I actually supposed to do? What's the objective? Okay, so the sounders were examine the Shambler. I've examined him. What do I actually need to do though? Okay, guys. So I had to have a quick check online on how to actually do this because I wasn't too sure at all. But the idea of the game is to find a dagger in a one of the cabinets and then slice the painting. So that's what we're gonna do.
Damn. Did it hear that?
Oh shit! To be fair, I didn't actually bother looking to see where he was. I must have tried this maybe 8-9 times, so I'm pretty sure that is the right dagger, so I've done most of them. Okay.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Come on! That is rank.
What's the matter with you?
Looks like a loony.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't
She's
see
not very
anything.
nice to us, is she?
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I think she likes us sometimes, and then she absolutely despises us. Well, she beat the shit out of us, didn't she? So, women.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Oh shit!
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart.
Yeah, she
I'm
loves
talking
it.
about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature, this dagger, was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Admittedly, she's upset. She just lost her husband. We don't know why exactly he went in there. Oh, yes, we do. He pulled his eyes out, didn't he, after viewing the painting? Yeah, some crazy shit. Oh, it's blood. Blood.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Okay, let's just have one more snoop around. I'm pretty sure that some of the hidden things don't show up unless you have light on them. Okay, so we're collecting quite a few books.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Okay. Too many books.
What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What killed all these animals?
Oh yeah, they're called the bugs. And there's a rat down there as well. Oh shit. It's going down in Chinatown.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
So to me, that's like a, it's got like a spell on it or something. It pushed him back, maybe. Maybe something like that. That's my theory.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Oh.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Okay, I will read it out. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If someone finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality. In order that they may be recovered and burned, the funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acute as sharp as mine, I can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, in order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organised chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intellect and to find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall in the wrong hands. Interesting. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you, nor to suffer from your actions. So, we need to find the combination. Now, they mention Greek, a place of work and study.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Hang on a minute.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Okay.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
How many bloody
How many
books
volumes
are
are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
So, I'm pretty sure...
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Well... We are looking for 3 cylinders though, isn't there? Pretty sure there was 3. Doesn't actually say there, but I'm pretty sure we're looking for three numbers, 3 cylinders. Oh, we have.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Right, what I need to do is get up Roman numerals, so I can't remember them off the top of my head. Okay. So that is 9. Okay. 1908. Let's have a look at the combination. Okay, so it's 3 numbers. It could be 9.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, it's not that one.
So
it's
these are the volumes that Drake was talking
Arkham
about in his
Anthology.
message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
So we've got 9. What number is this? This is 4.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
9, 4, 7. Oh no, 8. 9, 4, 8.
What did Drake say about this collection?
6. Yeah, there's
Drake
too many.
talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection?
But there's too many numbers for the safe. So,
The Chalice of Knowledge. The Queen has little protection.
okay. Come on. Right. Yay. That's a big bloody book. Shit. What is going on? This is some seriously weird shit, guys. I've got no... excuse me, I've got no idea what's going on now. Absolutely no idea. But the book is cool. It's big, it's green, it's just like... big weapon. So we've got a long loading time for some reason. So we're going back to the Riverside Institute.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Basically, we're turning into some sort of monster, I reckon. That's what I think. Let's go for the top one.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
What?
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
He's turning into...
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's
the
still
squid
dehydrated.
man.
When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Okay.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Doctor, please. My chest.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Okay, so this is our little area. This is where I think our dude's over here. Yeah, that's our dude.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Says it. She's a witch. An old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, there's lots of doors in this area.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Well, she's nice, isn't she?
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Oh!
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan,
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Okay, so at least we know where the office is.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Surgical ward.
The operating
Locked as
room is
well.
never accessible after an operation.
I'm hoping we can find a key somewhere.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
That's what you think.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
Okay.
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Dr. Colden.
So who's got the bloody key then?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Yay! Key to the boiler room!
All I have
Yes.
to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
I thought we'd be walking around for hours. Okay, so we've got the exit. Find. Oh.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Oh, okay, we've got the boiler room.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
A tool. Vent storage room. Ah, we got a tool. Go on, Kel. Give it some welly.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
You'll be fine. We'll watch. I'm just going to pretend I'm filing patients' files over here.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Woo!
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
So she did have a lot of supernatural powers.
Why is Ethan on medication? The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James...
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
What exactly are we looking for here?
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Okay, that is it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. Maybe subscribe or leave me a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, guys. See ya.